It's very important for me, whilst I have the strength and the opportunity to free my book from slavery, because, my ancestors went into slavery the same way, innocently captured and went into slavery. And slavery is work without pain. So it is very hard now for me to sit back and watch slave drivers run my book, eat, make the lion's share. So it's very important for me to take my book out of slavery. I know slavery when I see it, and my book is a slave. Please do not buy it. Thank you.
This is addressed, the Writers Union envelope, an old one, me again, I keep old stuff. And you would see the year there, January of 1999. And you would see the address here, that the 1515 Lexington Avenue. So yes, I was there. And now this, you would see here. So they all met in the middle. This here is a copy of a letter I got. I personally delivered this when I was in Canada with the other penguin one that you saw also. If I didn't show it, I'll show it again. I walked to this address myself with my kids while I was in holiday in Canada, and I posted. This is my address here in Mova in Trinidad, where it was sent back to me. This is Collins House was saying that they appreciate the offer of reading it, but my type of story was limited at the time in Canada, so that's the reason why they didn't accept it, and they returned it back to me. So I just wanted a brief. I did not put this in as my biography. I was still going through that denial stage where I would deny that, I was the person behind all the action in the page. So it's not until I get to New York I actually turned it into an autobiography.
This is also Penguin Books is also one of the publishers. I did in 1991 when I was in Canada. This was sent back to me also in Trinidad. This is an original copy of that manuscript, but I had sent it then as a fiction book. I didn't put it as my biography, not as yet. I was still going through the night. Okay, this is just to show the two different copyrights of my work. This one here is Squatter. This was done November 1798. You see the signature of the person. That's the red is the original pen. It is saying it's an autobiography. It is saying that I'm Trinidadian. It is saying I was born in 1945. And it is saying here that in Lexington Avenue. I was born in 1945 BW, British West Indies. This is an original copy of my screenplay, Walking. It was a story about dogs and a love affair. A little bit of drama in it. You can see this was a screenplay. Yes, I'm a Trinidadian. Yes, it's fiction. So, and it was there in 96. It was by the same lady who did Squatter, who signed it. And I was at 15 Lexington. This was just 120 pages, the typical screenplay that I wanted to try my hands at and get off from Squatter a little bit. This here is the envelope that came from Order House in 1998 with their publishing plan, with all the knickknacks in here, showing what they had to offer. One of the reasons for me doing this video, even though I was in the Writers Union and the agents didn't respond, is for young writers to remember, get a lawyer when you're going to do a book, especially if you're doing it out of the state you're living in. I don't know if Author House changed from first book to Author House to start robbing people. This was one of the envelopes that they used to send out before when I first joined them. It's battered. But what's interested in here is this. When they first said, even though the contract is saying that what it says, this is first book also prompting, when they're prompting you on to go with them, this is one of it, that they would also waive the maintenance fee until you get this money back. All right, I just wanted to show it. I keep a lot of little things that they sent. This here is what is stated as, this is known as a contract. Okay, you will see here that no date was signed in there at the top, which is not really important to me. But this here is the contract, refers to as a contract. You move down the line, this is the signature there, right down the line, same form. Okay, here is where it says that it will waive all future monthly maintenance until the author receives her $299 back. This is on ebook, and after that I will pay 40% of whatever was sale there was. You come down the line from that, start over, you just come down the line of that. There's where we all signed this contract. That's my name, Squatter. That's even my CompuServe address at the time. That's Timothy Jacob. That's 1515 Lexington Avenue. This is the date on it, right there. So the point here is that when they send me money to pay $20 a month for maintenance, it doesn't hold up until I make back this money. So far, in 20 years, from 1999, 98 to now, 1998 to now, to 1800, I have only gotten 60 cents. Now, what happened to that waiver? What happened to that waiver? I want to know. Other house don't even respect their own ink. This submission form is showing the $333.80, and also have a separate $60 over here that was paid for maintenance in advance, $10 a month for the ebook. This is in 1998. This here is the first web page I got for my ebook from First Book. This here is the first quarterly report when I had ebook, when I just had ebook, but I did not receive it then. This came from the Attorney General office, sneaked in through what they had sent, 1515 Lexington Avenue, the 15th of January 2000. Here is showing Timothy Jacob. There you've seen the price of the book would be $7, no sale made, and I didn't have bond there. There's no Rocket ebook there. What's interesting here is saying that I must get 100% out of $300 there first before I get the 40% later. So that was okay then, and there it went on at the bottom line. Yeah, I received my green card in New York, and then I moved to Massachusetts. This is a letter. This is a letter that came to me in 2001 when I moved to Massachusetts. I just had my green card. I just received my green card when I moved there, and it's the first time I'm going to get legal work. So I'm not paying too much attention to this letter. Actually, you know, they have a new name, and they're offering new renewed promises. But the reason for changing their name is not an arbitrary change. Now, to me, that would interest me now, these days, presently in 2018, because if it was not arbitrary, why mention it at all, you know? So I don't know about this company. Print on demand offered a lot of new hope. It looked like that, you know. I'm already in the company, something like 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years. So with this offer to go paperback, I said, what the hell? Print on demand, not paperback. Paperback later on. Print on demand is you print when you make an order. So I went along with it, but you know, not knowing it will backfire on me. But you don't know that up front. So, but you take the chance because you're already in a company X amount of years. So I went along with it, with whatever, because it looked all right, not knowing that, you know, I was stepping into the mud. This is the agreement for that check that I just showed. This agreement is for the paperback, what you call book on demand, print on demand. Nothing on this agreement. No, you will not find Ingram nowhere on this agreement. This is the paperback agreement. The ebook agreement was a contract which I would pay this continue to pay maintenance after I receive 100% of royalty back. I hope these bandits pay the government tax on these things. This is February 27, 2000. I have to show it again because I want to make sure the IRS get them, you know, because I don't know what they're coming after me for 60 cents. This is more money I give them. I hope they're paying the IRS taxes, those hooligans. This is also the submission form that was signed on the same day that I wrote out a check for everything. I think Author House First Books, I think they're money launderers. At the same time, are they going to deny that this was sent into Bloomington to the Pike from Westfield? You're seeing the Pike underneath here, Vernal Pike, 2595. It was delivered. It just changed from Westfield in 2000, November 2002. Okay, this is the same address up here for this same invoice. Are they going to deny this too? That's a $75 check I just showed. Plus, I want back my money that I paid for ebooks also that came with a contract signed on it for $333.80. I want it back also and the interest that I would have made because they screwed up my accounts and could not tell me who out of the 25,000 people which one sold books. They cannot find it, but the bank could find it. This is the 554. This is also Author House Advance. Ending at the bottom numbers is ending in 06. The middle numbers is 012. It is Author National, the National Bank in Bloomington, Indiana. Are they going to also deny this money came to them and was paid to them then too, even if they're denying that there isn't a contract? I want to know. Did you sending more money to them than they're sending to you? That's the back of this check I just showed for $75. The truth. The reason for me to show this, I want to show that Author House sent me this in 2002, telling me that they get an award for business. And I want to know if the business of robbing people, business of being bandits. Anyway, my reason for showing these checks again is this. I decided to show the business number to the back of these checks because that Author House have to use to clear these checks at the bank. Mainly because Author House denied and said, I don't have a contract. So I want to show this. The middle number here, this one here, is the one that is right to the top. All right, I want to know if they're going to deny their own business numbers. This number right here, the second number, is this one right there at the back. That's the number in large here in case someone cannot see it. These are all printed in the bank with Order House personal banking numbers. And Order House better believe that I know what is a LBW. They better, if they have, a double play, I know what is a LBW. They better find out about that. As I said before, Order House never told me that they were going to get the ISBN number. Order House never did. I paid them on February 27, 2002. The ISBN number came in the mail to me in Massachusetts on the 6th of 2002. They never, I was like surprised in the mail also because I didn't go through that ISBN number process with the ebook. No, Order House never. Order House name is on the ISBN number. I would not go and get the ISBN number and put my book for ISBN number as a fiction. No, I would not. No. All of those sorts of stuff is a razzle-dazzle. You know what I mean? They have meaning. I don't know by they collecting it if they was authorized to get it or not as a biography. I don't know the fine points of ISBN. I know about copyrighted. I don't know how to get the ISBN number. The 25,000 book publishers or distributors, as Order House called them, turned out to be the pyramid of hell for me. It's like, you know when you get a bad susu chore in Trinidad? Something like that, but not as bad. At least there, sometimes you get back your money. These are worse. The worst pyramid, 25,000 book publishers that selling and they don't keep track of what they're selling. Never heard of it. Nuts. At that time, I had no other option but to go along with whatever they had planned. So I did, I went along with advertisement. This is some of the advertisement I did in West Springfield in Massachusetts. I had hundreds of these. This one was just a bunch of peel off, hundreds of peel off I made. You could just take them off, stick them anywhere on anything. Sometimes I mailed packages with them. So I did hundreds of these. I still have a few of these books hanging around. This is a picture that went in the back windows of my car put together with this picture. This is a new one that was remaining. I had a bigger one that fits up to this, and it will all fit in the window from one end of the glass to the other. This, as I said before, this was made, but this was the website given for the electrical version before I turned it into paperback. You can see that this is green and this is blue. So they can't say that I wasn't publicizing my book, and at the same time I was publicizing, as you know, you're a Yankee in Massachusetts, Red Sox fans don't want to see you. So when they see Amazon and Yahoo and this on my car, they still investigate. Who is this woman? Who is this black pretty woman riding around with a Yankee cap and a Yankee all over her car and Amazon in her window? So they were checking out this. Now, Order House missed that because the amount of hits they get from Massachusetts, that's the difference. But I never got a penny for this advertisement. Okay, in searching for the 20 books that I bought in the third quarter of 2004, and that's my street, that's my name, Massachusetts. Eventually I paid $243. And taxes, Order House have to pay the government taxes on this. It's 20 books I bought. Again, I will go up here because I always show this badly. August 5th, 2004 at 3 p.m. I bought these 20 books. It was $270, and this is the ESP number, that's my name. And after discount of shipping and handling and stuff like that, I paid $240. This here was the cartoon tracking number there, the ID and the tracking number there. And this was sent to my home in Massachusetts, my box. Okay, so the price that I eventually paid was $243. And the IRS or the house have to pay the IRS tax on this or give me back my money. It's not fair when young people, especially them little young people at Wendy's and McDonald's, working hard and they paying taxes, and these hooligans taking people work and making money. This here, this is the address, go up that I bought it from, Order House. This is the address that they were. This here is the barcode on that bill. I'm trying my best with the lighting that I have to do this as good as I want, because I want to get these hooligans who are trying to set me up for the government to have me living under them, the government of America, as a tax dodger, and they're not paying taxes with my book. This is my ESP number there on that said bill. This is the 20 books that I bought. It has a tracking number down below here that my thing could hardly pick up. The information service that goes along there for the details after that was online, because Order House is high technology. Don't fool your fat on that. They're high. They know all who is writing a book, who to jump in and who to jump in out. And I don't like these bastards who rob me. They have to give me back every black penny. The interesting thing about this, though, is that the dates are interesting. When this went paperback, when my equation was made, and and when they got the ESPN number, the dates of them interest me, and the time of which my website with the equation was being scrubbed in Westfield. So that sort of things. But when I think about it, yeah, I could say I have a very, very sick stomach even doing this. Why would you go and make a work of such? You make this was my ebook when in '98. Why did you go and do this as a work of fiction? Why did you do that? Why did you get an ESP number saying that this is a work of fiction? And this has been done just after they scrub. They did this just after they scrub my website of Divine Equation. So there's a link there somehow. So for me, Order House is nothing but, has been, really ridiculous dealing with. This is a picture of Kautokeino in Norway, where they captured, my husband took me to see this site where they captured two of the biggest warships in World War II. So I find Order House just make me sick. Okay, here it is. This is the way to check the 60-cent scheme. As you can see, it says Order House and, contains distributors. So when I see distributors and all of that, I'm feeling good right now, So here it is. You see the address they send it to. Remember, this is 2014, right? Very key point, 2014. Check came to Leonardsen, royalties from Order House. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I'm opening up that time, the direction. I'm following the direction, how to open it up. And so I open up the damn thing. And here it is. I'm going to try to read this stuff for you, but I'm leaving this as long as I can here.
So it goes along to say here that, it would be good to save paper waste, because I don't know how much of these 60 cents they intend to send. I only got receive 1 60 cents in 20 years. So it's good to do direct deposit to save paper. Fine, okay. Over here is the kicker. Withholding $0.24. So in your check excluding of this 60 cents is royalties for the ebook. I don't understand that, but somewhere in the 60 cents have royalties for your ebook. Okay, so $0. Over here below where the check is actually at. Okay, let's go back here on the top first. Here is where it's saying to send the ID. You must send this tax ID directly to Bloomington, to Orta House in Bloomington, and they give the address where to send this tax ID number to Bloomington, Indiana, so that they could instead of holding future with royalties. Well, if they give me 60 cents now, I don't know what they will give me in the future, So I bypass that, and that's when I call the IRS and the Attorney General, as I said. So this is it. This is Order House, 60 cents. Over here, you will see JP Morgan was paying me the 60 cents. Here you would see $0.60. That's what you call Sam tightrope around my neck. So, but, I could tell them what I do with the 60 cents already. I'm splitting it between all the states in America.
This is the date, the 17th of October. I am sending this letter to the IRS. This is the date. This is the person I deal with at Order House. This is the person who told me I did not have a contract. This is Leonardsen. This is my complaint against Order House. I just want you to see the number. That's my complaint number against Order House. 11340678.